What's going on, everyone? My name is SiahZ, and in this video I'm going to be going over my farm guide in the first Descendants. Now this guide is really good to get Kuiper, mods, loot, weapons, items, reactors, all that good juicy stuff. It's really easy and quick to do. It only takes a few minutes to complete, and is honestly probably the best farm you can do in the game right now to get Kuiper, to go ahead and mod your mods out, rank them up, and is a really good farm as well to get items. Now if you guys can't get to this area, I will show you after this farm guide and this location, a earlier location you can do. If you're stuck on any of the bosses, you can farm that to get to this point. Alright, without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. Now we're going to be doing a mission actually to get all that good juicy Kuiper, mods, loot, and etc. The location you guys are going to want to go to is the White Knight Gulch, and we were going to do a specific mission called the Fortress, or just Fortress Outskirts. Now this mission takes about, it says 15 minutes or less, but trust me, it does not take 15 minutes. It only takes about 5 minutes on average to go ahead and complete. Now it is a pretty, not tough one, but it is a decently challenged one that you are going to need AoEs and, or at least a good build to go ahead, make sure you don't die. So Bunny works really well here, just AoE burst your enemies down and not really have to worry too much about them. Now we're just going to kind of go ahead and just go do the beginning part of this mission. We're not really going to have to worry too much about it. It is going to be kind of the secondary part of it where you're going to get all the juicy loot. So go ahead and do the first part, and I'll skip to actually when we start the farm. Alright, so as we get to the first part, we see we're going to be 4 types of basically defense or capture points that we're going to have to activate. Now this is insanely good because these missions all drop items, mods, weapons, Kuiper, and it gives a really good amount of it as well. And since there's so many points to actually capture, there's going to be a lot of points for the enemies to spawn. Now this, like I said, is just going to generate a mass amount of that juicy mod stuff that we want to upgrade, as well as items. So we're going to access all points here, and then basically we're just going to run around. We're going to kill all these enemies, make sure you kill the guys that actually give immunity to the rest of the pack. We're going to head and kill them, and that's why I said the bunny is really good here, because we really don't have to worry too much about it. We can just run around and kill all the enemies and wait for the loot to drop. Now, as you can see, I'm already getting stuff to drop, like gold, some different types of weapons, and honestly, a lot of good stuff as well. You are going to get, like I said, Kuiper to drop, gold to drop, mods to drop, etc. And the really good thing about this mission, too, is you will get a lot of elites to spawn, and they drop guaranteed purples and just a lot of good loot. Just go ahead and kill them as well as they spawn. As you can see here, once I kill this elite, he's going to erupt, and a lot of purple items here. There's going to be a ton of these that spawn throughout the mission, which is the reason why it makes it a really good farm. And like I said, I think it's the best farm in the game currently for items and Kuiper and all that other stuff. Real quick, I do want to say, if you guys found this farm spot useful, if you guys consider hitting that like and subscribe button, it really means a lot to me. It lets me know you're enjoying these type of videos, and it lets YouTube know you're enjoying them as well, which in turn helps with the YouTube algorithm, which in turn helps me even more. And currently, that's the best way you can support me. Also, I have a Discord up as well that I will be going in, interacting with people, boss rushing once I get to the point where I can actually boss rush and carry people, and much more. So the link for that will be in the description as well. All right, let's get back to the video. Also wanted to say that you guys can run this in a group as well. It will speed the time up to actually go ahead and run it, but by no means do you have to be in a group to actually complete this. But if you are on the earlier stage of the game coming through, and maybe you can't solo this right now, you can't go ahead and complete it in a group. Like I said, it will make it a lot easier, and it's not like you get penalties at all by running in a group, so everybody will be able to get the loot, and it will make it a lot faster, like I said earlier. Now, like I said, this is the best spot to actually go ahead and grind for Kuiper, mods, weapons, reactors, items, all that good juicy stuff, and pretty much even gold. Gold's not bad either, but defense missions might take the cake on that, since you can get gold in those, and they have a lot higher enemy spawn rate. But, you know, who's to say? You do actually have to test it out and see. Now, like I said, if you cannot actually get to this spot, let's go ahead and show you the spot that you actually can get to go ahead and get some loot to actually go ahead and farm up if you're stuck on some stuff. Now, if you haven't made it to the actual White Knight Gulch yet, and you can't actually farm that mission, you can easily go over to the Sterile Land. This is going to be basically one of the early game spots that you will actually go ahead and unlock. Once you're there, you're going to actually go over and find a mission called the Kuiper Mine, and this mission is actually going to give a decent amount of items and Kuiper as well. Now, it's not as good as the White Knight Gulch mission, but it is still a really good mission to farm, especially for, like I said earlier, game. If you're having issue with some bosses, maybe you're stuck on a boss, like I said, and you can't clear it, or you simply just want to farm out and upgrade your character a little bit, and you haven't made to that first area I went ahead and showed you guys. Like I said, it's going to basically spawn enemies. You're just going to go ahead and kill the first wave of enemies, and after you actually go ahead and kill those, you're going to go over here to this console, actually go ahead and investigate it. Then it's going to pop up a bunch of AoE zones to go ahead and capture. From here, basically, you can go ahead and start maybe capture 1 or 2 of them. You know, if you want to capture a few, you can go ahead. Just don't complete the actual capture mission though, because once you go ahead and capture like 1 or 2 of them, enemies are going to start spawning, and they start spawning actually in a pretty good amount of waves as well, and there's a good amount of spawn points for them to actually spawn, so you can actually go ahead and just farm them. And like I said, they mainly spawn around this circle, some in the back, but mainly around here they'll spawn. So you can go ahead and just kill them and go ahead and farm them out. It's a really easy mission since it's such an early game area that you actually go to, so there's really no threat of dying. And like I said, it's really good if you can't get to that first area I suggested. As you can see, I'm killing these guys pretty non-stop, and they keep spawning up. Now, the density of them is not insane like the White Knight Gulch area, but it is still a really good area to farm, especially on newer players that are coming into the game. But that's all I have for you guys for this video. I hope you guys do enjoy the farm as much as I do. Like I said, it's a really good farm to get Kuiper, gold, mods, loot, items, and all that good stuff. It is going to help you increase your mod levels drastically, and I think this is the fastest and best way in the game currently to go ahead and do it, or at least the best method that has been found thus far, in my opinion. If you guys have any other farm spots that you guys have found out, please let me know in the comment section below, and I would love to explore them. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, depending when you're watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.